If I could lose 100 pounds, you can do it too. I'm here to inspire and motivate you, to let you know that for 2025, you don't have to suffer anymore, and you don't have to suffer in menopause. You could do whatever you want to do, and you could feel as beautiful as you want to feel. Wear the clothes that are in the back of your closet that are smaller. Optimize your health and do this one thing so that you can live longer in menopause as a woman over 50. What this one thing is, I'm going to tell you right off, and then I'm going to explain how you can do it. If you want to live longer and create 10 to 20 more years of active living, you need to eat everything low carb at least 80% of the time. If you're going to thrive and have the best body that you want to have, if you want to turn off your disease causing process in your body, fix whatever neuropathy you have, correct your brain health, fix your blood sugar, reduce fatty liver, help support your pancreas, have better skin, better hair, feel beautiful in your body. Just feel beautiful. That's what you want to do. You have to make it low carb. When I succeeded in creating a low carb lifestyle, I got my brain health back. I stopped my disease process. I stopped the asthma. The allergies barely bother me. I never get congested. I don't have any headaches. I have no pain in my body. I've reversed all the arthritis. You can do this too. If you want to have that type of lifestyle, be active, you just have to do one specific thing. Eat everything low carb. I just created the Holistic Low-Carb Method, Aging Beautifully for Longevity recipe book that you could download at loribaloo.com. I'm so excited to be able to offer that, and I'm so excited to be here to let you know that I am not any different than you. I used to weigh 225 pounds. If I could lose 100 pounds, you can do it too. I'm here to inspire and motivate you, to let you know that for 2025, you don't have to suffer in menopause. You could do whatever you want to do, and you could feel as beautiful as you want to feel. Wear the clothes that are in the back of your closet that are smaller. 20 to 30 pounds of weight loss can happen pretty quickly when you dial in the right diet for your body. But it has to be a low carb nutrition, because as women over 50, we are more insulin resistant. Our hormones are low. Estrogen is gone. Our ovaries are not producing any more progesterone. We need specific things to balance our hormones. We need to eat the fat to create the hormones. We need to detoxify our body so that our hormones can function. We need to take away the interferences and create a better body that's functioning. We have to actually absorb our food. When you do these things, you help to turn off the inflammation that's happening in your body. Yes, you have low-grade inflammation if you're on the Sad American diet. Even if you're eating plant-based, you have inflammation because you're not eating the food that's giving you power, amino acids, power our body. We are made out of amino acids. We're made from minerals. If we don't get specific things in our body and specific nutrients absorbed into our cellular system, we're not going to function. And then the other side of that is your environment. We have to actually tune into our environment. I did 2 8-mile hikes this weekend. It was awesome. I had a great time. No pain in my body. When you create the lifestyle that you want to live, it's a pain-free lifestyle. Would you like to live a pain-free lifestyle over 50 as a woman in menopause? Well, you can. You just have to create the process. You can collapse the time it takes to create this process when we work together, because that's my superpower. I help you find your hidden weight loss blocks, and I help you dial in the Holistic Low-Carb Method so that you can create the fire that you want to have. Create the mindset that you need to bulletproof your body from all the diseases that are environmental. They are environmental because of the food we're eating and the way we are living. If you're not plugged into the earth, getting outside in nature and moving, you're going to be in a more diseased state. And so that part is critical too. So when you want to create the body that you want to have to live 10 to 20 more years longer, you have to be on an anti-inflammatory diet and lifestyle. You have to turn off the inflammation that leads to the pain that you're living with. If you're having headaches, migraines, bad PMS still, if you're still perimenopause, things that you can stop so that you could have the lifestyle that you want to develop and live with. Be the beautiful person that you want to be, but feeling confident. We're all beautiful in our own ways, and it comes out in different moments. But when we lose that confidence because our brain is not working, we're losing the brain power that we need to be the badass at work, to have that mental capacity to function. When we lose our estrogen levels and our hormones are tanked, we lose our brain power. Our heart starts to suffer. Our muscles are diminishing, and your bones are losing their bone mass. And it's not about going on Ozempic and losing the weight rapidly, because that's half your body mass. You can get that weight loss just as quickly with the holistic low carb diet, a keto diet, and bringing in the fat and the protein so that you could live longer. And so doing this one thing to optimize your health over 50 as a woman in menopause, what that is designing a low-carb lifestyle. So you can start to lose that 20 to 30 pounds, and then you continue to lose more. Like my client Isabel, she lost 30 pounds initially and another 12. Janina lost 58. Pia lost 50. I lost 100 pounds. My brother Mark lost 70. You can. And these people are keeping the weight off. You know why? Because they've decided that they feel better in their body, their brain works better, and they like living without pain. If pain is in your body and you don't like that, then you have to eat food that's low carb. It's a choice. Health is an investment. You're not going to get it at your medical system. The doctor's not going to give it to you. He's going to tell you to go home and eat healthy. Well, what the hell does healthy mean? Healthy is when your body is functioning without pain, when your brain is functioning and you have brain power, when you don't have to live with disease. It's not normal or healthy aging and getting prediabetes and having pain and neuropathy in your body. Neuropathy starts before prediabetes sets in. I was talking to somebody over the weekend. There's macular degeneration happening in the eyes, and the person's not overweight, but it is neuropathy, blood sugar dysregulation, and a pre-diabetic state from elevated blood sugar imbalances. And not only that, but the quality of the food we're eating. If you're not getting protein, your body's not going to build up. If you're eating vegetable oils, you're going to be sick. Vegetable oils oxidate your body, cause inflammation, and are not the right fuel for our body to function on. And so you're going to be more tired, have more brain fog, and not be able to burn your body fat. You could exercise as much as you want, but if your body is not in a thriving state as a fat burner, it doesn't matter how much exercise you get. Your body's going to hold on to the inflammation. Let me tell you this really cool story. I was working with my client, and one of the things she mentioned was how she had lost weight at work in a challenge. A work challenge, people say, let's all get into this work challenge and we're going to lose weight. And whoever loses the most fat, however they measure it, wins the cash or whatever it is, right? Well, she won. She lost the weight, never lost the inflammation, never stopped the bloating, never turned off her inflammatory responses in the body, but she lost weight. So when you lose weight on a low-calorie process or with pills and shots, you might lose some weight or muscle, but you're not turning off the inflammation and you're not going to live longer over time. So what we need to do is to actually put ourselves into a new state of being where we're creating a lifestyle around healthy longevity factors such as low carb nutrition. The way we were designed, the proper human nutrition, is the way we've been eating since we were out roaming around on the fields, chasing down our food, living as cavemen, because that's the food we developed. That's the human nature that we were created around. That's the food that gave us our brain. Fish and fat developed our brain. Fatty meats and protein developed our brain and our body. If you do not eat those foods, you will not have the health that you want to thrive, and your brain and your body will not function. And so it's my job to help you see all of this, to inspire and motivate you to let you know that you can do this too. And it's to reduce the inflammation by changing the food you're eating, getting better brain health, lowering your blood sugar dysregulation. I'm reducing your risk for prediabetes and not having to have neuropathy. If you have carpal tunnel syndrome, fasciitis in your heels, arthritis in your knees or your hips, that is because you have low-grade inflammation, could be chronic inflammation, breaking down your cartilage, and not a right amount of nutrition to support your body. Well, you can change that. You can turn off the pain. You can flip that sugar switch off. You can flip your disease-causing genes off and recreate the body that you want to have. You can bring in the right food for the right nutrition you want to have. It has to be low carb. It has to be low carb because that is the food that keeps your insulin levels low, that helps your pancreas function better. If you're on the standard American diet, eating the standard American fare, you have a fatty liver and you have a fatty pancreas and you're in a pre-diabetic state. Whether your doctor tells you or not, even if you're not crossing over the reference range, if you have some weight on your body and inflammation that's causing pain in your body, then you don't have your longevity factors set up yet. And you're not going to live that 10 to 20 years longer to be with your family, to enjoy those weddings great-grandchildren. Oh my gosh, what a blessing that would be, right? We have no guarantees other than what we get to choose to do for our own health. And getting circadian balance, working with our stress, figuring out what it is that our bodies need, those are my superpowers. I hope you do that. We got to get out and get movement. We need sunlight in our eyes. We need to plug into the earth and do some grounding. That's the other side of nutrition. That's part of a holistic low-carb lifestyle. It's all connected because you could maybe do diet and it might stall out like mine did. I lost 20 pounds and stalled out for 3 years. Most people would have given up. Most people say keto didn't work for me for whatever reason. A lot of people say, I tried keto, I tried carnivore, I tried this, I did HCG, I did all the diets. None of it worked. It didn't work because you didn't dial in what was causing you to have the pain in your body, what was causing you to have digestive dysfunction, and to correct that. And it could just be low stomach acid and you couldn't absorb your food and then you couldn't break down your protein. And so all of a sudden it doesn't work. So we just have to keep excited and look at health as a hobby. Create your health adventure lifestyle to just be excited to figure out what's the next step that I get to do to optimize my health so I can live longer as a woman over 50 in menopause. I'm doing it. You can do it too. We just have to tune this in. There's so many things that we could do to find our weight loss and diabetes solutions and to keep looking for them. But when you're in the low carb lifestyle, that is the area that you want to be in as you're looking for your solutions and fine tuning what's going on in your body, finding those weight loss blocks, and really getting excited to figure out what's the next thing I can do? What else can I test? How can I make my body work better the way it was designed? Think about it. We take our cars in for maintenance. Do you take your body in for maintenance? And I'm not just saying a blood work. You get your blood work, but you really don't get information on what to do with that blood work that you've got. Other than they say, eat low fat, don't eat too much protein. Okay, now you're not eating protein. So how are you building up your body? How are you going to have muscle? And how are you going to have nutrition if you're not eating the foods that are going to give you the nutrition that you need? When you actually run functional diagnostic labs, like a gut test, hormone test, and looking for your inflammatory markers and your permeability factors, and as well as detoxification, digestion. Oh my gosh, so much information to find out what's going on in your body. And when we can get excited about putting our body back together again and living the best life that we can live for the time that we have left. But what if we can create longevity, 10 to 20 more years of quality living without pain in our body? Well, you can. I'm doing it. And you can do it too. And it comes from an anti-inflammatory lifestyle that is low sugar, grain-free, gluten-free, because that's what works. Lots of studies on this that works. A lot of N1 studies out there, like one person doing the work and getting the results, and you can see that it works. So many people are thriving because of this. And it's not something to be afraid of. It's something to get excited about and research. I heard somebody say the other day that if you're not getting out there and reading at a book, maybe not following my YouTube station, if you're not out there getting the information and getting excited about what it is that you can do, you might not be ready. But if you're out there reading and you're here on this, listening to my YouTube station and following me and getting as much information, getting inspired and motivated to really look to recreate the health that you want to have, to optimize your health for 2025. And when you optimize your health for 2025, when you choose to do this and get that information that you want to have, now you're thriving. Now you're turning off that pain of inflammation. It's one step at a time. But the one thing you have to do to optimize your health as a woman over 50 in menopause is to get on a low-carb diet, but not a diet, build the lifestyle. It's a longevity factors lifestyle, because 9 out of 10 of the diseases that we currently have, these diseases that are popping up in our environment, our lifestyle created. And so that means you can prevent them. Diabetes is being prevented. Prediabetes is pretty quick to prevent. It's a lot harder to prevent brain dysfunction, but you can do that too. Because what happens is you get prediabetes, diabetes, and then Alzheimer's. They're all connected. And in between there, you're having neuropathy and you're having brain issues and you're having gum tissue issues, and your teeth can start to rot in your mouth. To correct all of that, all you got to do is get on a low-carb diet. It corrects all of it. One time I had a client wait a whole year before coming to work with me because she said she had to get dental work, which is something that has to be done, and it can cost a lot of money. But when you go on a low-carb diet, it's like a 2-for-1. It's a weight loss and disease solution. And when you fix your body, you fix your teeth, you fix your gums, you fix your brain, you turn off the pain. of inflammation. It's all inflammation. It's that low-grade inflammation. It's breaking down your cartilage. It's causing you to have arthritis because it's pain in your body. And it's just something that we need to tune into one step at a time. The first step is to get into a low-carb diet. I help you do that. I help you build your low-carb lifestyle. This is my superpower. This is my certainty and my conviction, and you get my brain for 6 months. How much is that worth to you? I am so grateful that my pain and my life that I lost, because I lost my 30s and 40s to obesity. I lost my childhood to obesity, and I didn't know that I was reacting to my food sensitivities. I didn't know that the depression I had was because of the food I was eating. Most people don't. And that anxiety you have, it's because you're not absorbing your amino acids. It's not that you need an antidepressant. Dr. Chris Palmer and Dr. Georgia Ede, they're in metabolic psychiatry, and they've discovered too that working with their patients, they can actually reduce the risk of depression in the brain dysfunction with a low-carb diet. That you could turn off the headaches, you could turn off the IBS, you can fix so many things by looking at low-carb nutrition. Do that one thing. Get yourself on a low-carb diet. You don't have to deprive yourself. Seriously, don't look at it like that. That's why I created my recipe book at loriblue.com. Just click on that. It's $9.99. It's got some of the recipes that I started with that I've been using that helped me lose 100 pounds. It talks about the food bridge process. Just do everything low carb. Follow the food bridge process and get yourself started. You could do this DIY. It's going to take a little bit longer. You're going to be doing a little bit more guessing, but you'll at least be on the right track. And that helps too. Just follow me on YouTube. I'm giving all of this information away for free. I want you to succeed. Nobody should suffer. But if you're eating a sad American diet, if you're eating pasta every night, if you're having fruit for breakfast and fruit smoothies all day long, thinking that that's giving you nutrition, it's not. You need animal protein. And if you're not getting the animal protein, you need to at least do some fish and eggs. If you can't do the red meat, I understand it. Our digestion or your digestion breaks down. When it breaks down, it's harder to break down the red meat. However, you can fix that. And there's information on red meat being nutritious for our body and healthy for our heart. I mean, if you think about it, there are a lot of people, a lot of marathon runners like Jim Fixx. Who knows exactly why he passed away while he was running his marathon. But a lot of the times, if people are too low fat, too low protein, your heart has no protection. What do you think your heart is made out of? Your heart is a muscle and it needs protein. And your hormones are made from fat. If you do not get the nutrition, you don't have the building blocks for your body. And therefore, you get into a disease state. So we fix it. We optimize our health. We put ourselves into low-carb nutrition. And there's just start. Just start. 2025 is around the corner. I've got 3 spots left for women ready to just jump in and get moving on the 1st. I just got an email today. She's like, I got to get those labs ordered. I can't wait to start January 1st to get my life back. Somebody who wants to continue to work into her 70s because she's just started a new career like I have, on fire to optimize her health and to get her body back the way she wants it to be and her brain. But the only way that we can do that as women over 50 in menopause, to turn off the pain of inflammation, to get our hormones back into balance, to detoxify our body to correctly so that we'll function, to get rid of the fatty liver, the fatty pancreas, to fine tune our beautiful bodies. We need to have low-carb nutrition. And then it all gets back into balance. I don't have any pain in my body. No more asthma, no more allergies, no more depression. It's worth it to get yourself into a low-carb lifestyle. And I make keto cookies. I have keto fudge if I want them. I could eat food that I want that makes me feel amazing, but I'm not going to eat the poison that makes my body sick. And the poison for me is the sugar in the wheat and too much dairy. I have to minimize my dairy. I keep my dairy for special occasions because I used to have depression and dairy set that off as well. But it's the combination of eating your food sensitivities that cause you to have the food sensitivities cause you to have more brain fog because your gut's not working the way you need it to and you're not getting energy to your brain. If you want brain energy to optimize your health, you have to look at what else you can do, even besides nutrition. Like I'm working with another person who's optimizing his health. And it's also, how can I support the brain? What does the brain need to be optimized? If you're not absorbing your food, what do we do to absorb our food so we can optimize our gut and our brain? Because 80% of your immune system is in the gut. And if your gut's not fixed, you can't have optimal health. And so we need to look for our hidden healing opportunities. Look for our weight loss solutions, our diabetes solutions, to turn off that sugar switch, flip off that disease-causing genes in your body and build the body that you want to have. It is a choice. Health is a choice, but it's your wealth, and you can create the body that you want to have. It's so exciting to be able to do all of this, to live longer without pain in menopause, over 50, into your 90s or further. That hike that I went on at Santa Cruz, there was another 67-year-old lady that they took a different hike. They took an 11-mile hike. I just did the 8-mile hike. They went 3,000 feet up in elevation. I only did about 1,800. They hoofed it up there. They were so fast. Somebody else was telling me, he says, oh my God, I can't believe how fast they were, because they'd optimized their health and nutrition and kept movement as a priority. So when we key into circadian rhythm as well as the proper nutrition for our bodies, then we can't lose. We're just going to win. We're going to win that 10 to 20 more years of quality living that we want to have with the beautiful body we want to live in, so that we could put on beautiful clothes and go out to dinner and celebrate life, feel good whenever we want to. I know you can do this because I did it. And I still have some space open for 3 more women this month and more next month as I get you all onboarded so that you can recreate the health that you want to have. We're going to run 3 to 6 diagnostic labs. You get 3 to 6 months with me. You get to use my brain, my lived experience, my certainty and conviction to help become yours, because we're going to create a superpower together to optimize your health. And I have all levels. If you can't do the bigger programs, you can jumpstart it. I've got a program for that too. 6-week food sensitivity jumpstart. It's the foundation. Start there. We can do this, and I'm going to help you do it. So I'm here. Just give me a call, DM me, check me out, check out my food recipe book that's out, Beautiful, Aging Beautifully for Longevity. I'm super excited to share that with you. And I'm here for you if you want to optimize your health and reclaim the health for your 50s, 60s, 70s, into your 90s. If you want to reclaim your health, I can help you do that. You just have to collapse the time it takes to get it done, and you're off and running. And that's 10 to 20 more years of quality living. You've got this, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.